Yeah.
Atlanta event. What? You don't want to talk about the Atlanta event? You don't want to talk about the only big thing we do that the word sees other than our council props when we yell at them a lot?
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
See, there we go. This year, actually, every day up until the Atlanta event started was awesome. It was great outside. It was warm. The wind didn't pick up too much.
And then, like every event I go to, it craps out the day of.
So if you're wondering, the Sedite court is actually very bad at his weather control and uses it against himself. You need to figure out who the hell in your court staff left you with the little blue ruby thing.
I'm gonna blame the only one I can't physically get to, and that would be the Brazilian one. So.
You can physically get to the rest?
Yeah.
Really? All of them? That's hot.
I don't know what you're thinking. I was thinking about plane.
Total
You're
sausage.
thinking.
So you're gonna have snakes on the plane.
Okay.
So the big thing for me at the Atlanta event is, at this time, as my character, I am actually in the weirdest form of, like, not sure whether to be pissed off or laugh my ass off. Because seriously, the Nosferatu Justicar showed the fuck up, asked for a thing from our auction, and then stole it from him to create problems for us that we had to go fix. And I believe JJ and everybody else will deny this, but I know damn good and well what happened because I saw that shit. The people that stole it knew the codes, knew where the fucking Justicar was staying, and had everything they needed to only be able to do it by a core NPC level set of powers and information only the Justicar and his staff knew. We're still trying to figure out exactly where to go for this because there was, as any time when anything goes wrong, there can be other drama that goes around it, and then there's also in-character drama, and all the shit's going wrong. And we're all sitting around kind of like, okay, all right, we want to get this done, but how exactly do you walk up to the Justicar and say, hey, fucker, what the hell was that all about? I know you did this.
Well, let me tell you how you don't do that.
You say with all due respect first.
No, you don't. You don't get like 80 status loaned to someone who has probationary sect member and then make them do it in conflict. Because that's just a bad idea. Sorry, Dale, I had to.
See, here's the thing. Right after the night where I realized I needed to do this and have an awkward conversation with His Avian Excellency as this character, was the same one where, I don't know, which prince was it, said, Archon Bolt, you can go fuck yourself?
I don't know which one, but that was funny.
So I looked at this and was like, I was already planning on doing this really as privately as possible, and I saw that and the explosion, and like, yeah, I really need to make sure this is settled out as quietly as I possibly can. Because I think my biggest fear for that character is not ever that he's wrong. He could be the most right in the world. I just never want a goddamn thing he ever does mentioned on the cam list. Because you can't do anything right on that list unless you literally have a horde of NPCs, which only like coordinators and some ST staffs have or are willing to use for this purpose, tell everybody to fuck off. And even then, at least 30 one-status people will come on and bitch about what you did anyway, and at least 9 status people who are retarded and apparently didn't actually undergo the accounting will also pipe up. Because most people apparently, when they get to a keyboard, lose their brains, which is why I try to avoid it and do everything at game, because computers just suck the brains out of players. And people are smart will often sit down at the keyboard and it's like, why did you ever say something like that? Why would your character have ever done something like that?
And if you show them exactly what they said and show them exactly why it's stupid, that's not what they meant.
Exactly. There's no chance to clarify. Well, what's the other stuff too? Like when you're running an implicit scene, rather than doing it over email, you have a situation where you can look at the guy's faces or saying something, and people's faces meld into that, oh my god, you are a retard face, and this is your
stop, and they change it.
And this is your social cue for etiquette.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can have written another page after the oh my god, this guy's a retard point in an email, and you have no clue. Especially the way the cam list rules work, you can only etiquette out 1 or 2 things. If the whole premise would have been, I'm going to shut up here and move on.
Oh, the other thing you get a lot is that, well, apparently my idea didn't carry over in email a lot. Or my idea didn't carry over in email well. Or, what is it? I'm sorry that you got offended by what I wrote on the page, but that's not what I meant. And it's like, you can lead a horse to water, and if the water's poison, it's gonna die. I'm sorry. If you say something like that's like stupid, retarded, and somebody goes, "That's stupid," and they're like, "Well, I didn't say it stupidly, but you made it stupid." That doesn't make any sense.
There's also absolutely no way to defend yourself, even if they really did just. You said something like, "I really like that guy," and he interpreted it as, "Oh, did you hear he's gonna stab him in the back of the head with a knife?" No matter what you do, there will be at least, again, that 5 to 10 people who pipe up with, oh, awesome, he's backpedaling. Like, I'm not backpedaling. You all apparently can't interpret this language. And there are many people in the org where I can understand and we'll give leeway that, like, okay, you actually don't know this language first. Some of the rest of you, like, is there any more obvious, say, we're just going to reinterpret this for the hell of it?